Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Oh yeah, you just love watching. I love it. That's exactly what they want to do, right?
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Good afternoon and welcome Canada inside the main gymnasium at York University's Tate McKenzie Athletic Center. I'm JJ Evison, back with you. Joining me is the incomparable Haley Hopkinson. It's Championship Saturday here at the 15U and 17U Canadian National Basketball Championships. Happy to have you with us. 3 more games coming to you live on Canada Basketball's YouTube page. This 1:30 Eastern tip-off for the 17U bronze medal features Quebec taking on Alberta. It's the first time the two sides have met in this year's national championships. It's time to highlight this game's key matchup, starting with Alberta, the spotlight shining brightest on Patrick Anamali.
Anamali has such a drastic effect on these games. In the other game, he went down in that first quarter, and it just felt like Alberta was thrown off immediately the second he went down. He had 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals in that game, and not just his scoring or his rebounds or his steals, but his presence on the court just lifts up Alberta's team as a whole, and he is definitely one of the leaders, playing last year as well and also playing on that U17 FIBA Men's World Cup team for Canada. He's got a ton of experience, and he brings it all to the court.
Alberta dropped their semifinal contest against British Columbia last night, the 6 o'clock tip-off, so they'll have a chance at bronze here. Quebec threw the first punch in yesterday's semifinal against Ontario, but came up short. Their first team all-star from last year, Promised Landu, has been top of the opposing team's scouting report. Haley, why?
I mean, the box score alone shows it all. 21 points, 8 rebounds, 4 steals, and 1 block. Just by looking at that, you'd be like, what position does this guy play? Because he has an effect all over this court, and if you give him any space at all, he will use that to his advantage. Guarding him close is crucial for Alberta, especially coming out the gate, because one thing that he is so good at is coming out with a strong, hard start.
The officials for the 1:30 tip are crew chief Cham Fung Lau, Joe Lamb, and Phil Wong. Again, it's JJ Evison, Haley Hopkinson here for the 17U bronze medal game. We'll step aside for the next one, which is the 15U gold medal game. Taking over for us is Jackson Vidori and Cole Hales. We will rejoin you at 6 o'clock for the 17U gold medal game. The gymnasium here at York University's Tate McKenzie Athletics starting to get a little more full, a little bit more loud, and the fans really treated to a great 15U bronze medal game that saw Alberta take down British Columbia. What a performance by Alberta from top to bottom. There's one guy, though, who stood out.
It was such a fantastic game for them, and especially having Alberta, the U17 team, come in kind of in that fourth quarter, really supporting them. And I'm sure once they're all changed and showered up and are done celebrating that bronze medal, they'll come out and support the U17s the exact same.
Here are your starting lineups for Quebec. Kaylin Jameer, Leaf, Promise Nlandu, Victor Joseph Boulanger, Julius Ferguson, and Jean-Thomas Grandin rounding out the starting five. For Alberta, Birch Pokar, TJ Wall, Mergendra Dollywall, Deng Ngor, and Patrick Anamale. The fight for bronze underway. First possession, Alberta. Dollywall has it on the near side, sealing off down low is Anamale into the paint. Strong take, good make. Patrick Anamale leads the scoring and opens it here for Alberta.
He has such great control when he's taking those steps towards the net, stays low and then pops up to get that perfect shot.
Here's Nlandu with the green sneakers, hands it off. Is that Ferguson working down low, over the top, swatted away. Pokar, deep three from Quebec with the response. On the loose ball, Jean-Thomas Grandin. Deng Ngor from the far corner, check. I see what you can do, and I can do it too.
That's what makes both the teams so special, so it's that their big mans are always going to be there and ready to shoot that three.
Boulanger, cross-court pass, intercepted. Anamale. And that one, Nlandu swats out of bounds. Good defensive play as there was an odd man rush for Alberta.
I think it's going to be interesting, the matchups in this game with such talent coming from all different ways of the roster.
Dollywall, in and out.
He's one of the veterans. He played for this U17 team last year, so a big game like this is nothing new to him.
Nlandu on the far side, working on Wall, hands it off. Top side, Ferguson, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Ferguson inside out between the legs, Nlandu. Step back three, that one blocked at the top, and Gore got a fingertip on it. Birch Palker kicks it, Dollywall, extra pass, Anamale, feet set, short, rebound, put back up, can't get it to go, third chance opportunity, Deng Ngor. Leaf hands it off, Grandin, Landu, dials one from deep, front iron, Anamale with the rebound. Dollywall playing give and go with Pokar. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound, Leaf pushing the pace. Boulanger going for the layup. But Patrick Anamale gets the strip. Nlandu working on Anamale. Elevates, patient. Good, gets the roll. Dollywall into the paint. That one off the mark to the right. Rebound, fought for, coming away with it. Wall, Dollywall, second chance, no good, over the back. Anamale gets the rebound, Pokar. Charge, block. A premature call by me. The blocking foul is gonna go on Julius Ferguson, first team foul.
I did think that was going to be a charge at first as well. It looked like his feet were set, but this Alberta team is so quick, and they're coming out to a really strong start here. So I guess they beat them to the punch.
We've been talking all week about our vantage point. It's great for seeing the whole court, but getting those little intricate plays.
Totally.
Obviously, the officials have the better look.
But then you go down to the floor and you're like, I thought this guy was like maybe 5'6", you're lying on your profile, and then 5 heads ahead of me.
It's a different experience sitting courtside. Alberta up by 3. Quebec into the front court. Grandin, bottom. TJ Wall looking for some players to move. Uses the screen by Anamale. Open 3, nothing but net.
Expecting a big performance from TJ Wall as well. Him and Enwale on the court at the same time is really just a pleasure to watch, but they can both have the same effect with Alberta when they're both on there.
Julius Ferguson attacks the paint. Doesn't get the bucket. Anamale fighting for the rebound. Comes away with it. Dollywall top side, extra pass. Wall just knocked one down from there. That one a little short. Anamale with the rebound. Wall, double teamed. Turned over, Quebec. Good hands, Kalen Jamar Leith. Now on the far side, it's Leith with it. Inside out, into the paint. Right-handed finish over 2 Albertan defenders. It's a 1-point lead now for Alberta. Anamale with the leak out, kicks it over. Dollywall, no. Leith working into the front court, gets around Anamale, who fouls him to slow him down. And Kalen Jamar Leith will head to the free throw line. In the first game of this tournament, Leith had 16 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Game 2 followed that up. 12-point performance on 5 of 11 shooting, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and has been integral to this Quebec team's run here this year.
Definitely someone that they're going to have to keep a real close eye on, because if one element of their game isn't working, he's usually the one who can really step up and show a different element of something that he can make work.
One for 2 on the trip is Leith. All knotted at 11 as we approach the halfway mark of quarter number 1. Stepping out of bounds, another turnover. Quebec ball. Leith wants Beauchamp to the right. The handoff, Benjamin Bravo, Beauchamp working on Dolly Wall. Leith on the far side, guarded by TJ Wall. Into the interior defense. And jumping above everybody was Benjamin Bravo, but that's a shot clock violation, and clock awareness not there on that possession for Team Quebec.
No, and that's when you got to rely on the bench a lot. I love the start that's happening right here. From just watching Quebec, it looks like usually their strong point of the game is near the beginning, and that fourth quarter is what really challenges them. But as for Alberta, sometimes they come off to a really slow start, but they can really turn it up in the fourth quarter. So matching each other's performances is going to be a massive part of this game.
TJ Wall from the near side wing, yes! It's Bravo, gets the step, absorbs the contact. Benjamin Bravo will head to the free throw line.
That is the first foul against TJ Wall of Alberta. Alberta have 2 team fouls. And Benjamin Bravo will shoot 2 from the line.
Bravo gets the friendly roll on the first attempt as he joins the score sheet in the scoring category alongside Leith, Landu, and Grandin. Substitute for Quebec, Jean-Thomas Grandin checks out. And Dominic Sangio will replace him. Anamale dribbles it into the middle, loses it, and Gore picks it up on the far side. Anamale at the top, travel. The shuffling of the feet and a little bit of careless basketball in the past 2 possessions for Alberta. Got to limit those.
Taking care of that ball.
Waiting for the shot clock to reset. A pair of substitutions for Alberta. Cade McGeechee in for Mujendra Dhaliwal. And Daniel Chijoke sees his first minutes of this bronze medal game. Nlandu, far side, gets the step, elevates, kicks it back, near side. Benjamin Bravo's off the mark. But right there to collect it is Valiance Machu Luketa. The pass intended for Benjamin Bravo sails long after hitting the fingertip of an Albertan player. 9 seconds on the shot clock, 3:57 remaining in the opening 10 minutes. Alberta up by 1, 14-13. It's promised Nlandu on Chijoke. 2 seconds left. Dialing it from deep off the iron. Rebound. Quebec going up, fighting through contact. A third chance opportunity. On the floor, it's Birch Pokar. And it's a jump ball, possession arrow favoring Quebec.
Chijoke had a very fantastic game, the last one. He has just the same ability as everybody else on this team, but he's very versatile and is a perfect player to add on when one element is kind of missing in the game.
We have Bishop Kilpatrick and Alexander Popovich checking into the game for Patrick Anamali and Birch Pokar.
Birch Pokar and Patrick Anamali head to the bench on another pair of substitutions for Alberta. Alexander Popovich sees his first minutes alongside Fisher Kilpatrick. Quebec working into the paint. Mathis Beauchamp with the finish. Quebec applying a pressure here late in the first quarter. Kilpatrick, bounce pass. McGeechee thought about it. In the corner, Wall, yes! TJ Wall starting to find his stroke here as we approach 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Bronze medal game 17U boys national championships here at York University. The pass, a quick one from Benjamin Bravo to Luketa, and Luketa lets it sail out of bounds. TJ Wall playing give and go with Fisher Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick now moving into the middle. Wall, another three, no.
TJ Wall's another one of those crucial players for Alberta, another guy on that U15 FIBA World Cup roster.
The feed inside, met by a swarm of white jerseys. And Kilpatrick will bring it over the timeline. He wants to clear out some space. The zone defense by Quebec. A little bit of holes. Wall from the far side. No. Chijoke can't come up with it. It's Nlandu out, pushing ahead to Bravo. Bravo going for the lay-in, but Daniel Chijoke hustling back. Loose ball. Last touch by Alberta. Quebec possession. 1:56 remaining. Alberta ahead by 2.
This is a much better start for Alberta compared to their BC game.
Nlandu on the near side, give and go. Luketa back to Nlandu, far side now, has one to beat. Gets the first step, tries to draw the foul, but dribbles it out of bounds. Can't be looking for the whistle here in these types of games, Haley.
Nope.
Nagichi clearing out the near side. Kilpatrick, a lot of time. Gets the floater off the front of the iron, rebounded Luketa.
I think Kilpatrick is so used to creating shots for others that when he does get that open look, there is a little bit of hesitation.
Grandin with the handoff to Nlandu. Chijoke up tight. Whip pass, Boulanger, 1-2 step. Grandin accepts the pass but can't finish. Kilpatrick pushes the pace. Sam Richardson, handoff. Chijoke, two-handed slam. Luqueta has it on the far side. Thought about the three. Moves into two white jerseys. The floater's no good. And Kilpatrick slowly up the court. 30 seconds left in the opening 10 minutes. Alberta lead by 4. Offensive foul, illegal screen, turnover. The shot clock turned off. 23.9 remaining. Quebec can hold on for the last possession.
We definitely have seen a ton of illegal screens coming into play here, and it's just very unfortunate. It just throws off the momentum that they're gaining on offense for either team, whichever it happens.
Managing emotions in medal games is what it comes down to. The excitement of wanting to be involved, kind of overtaking the lessons of the basics in terms of the game of basketball. Unlandu downhill, gets the scoop, gets the bucket, and scrapes himself off the floor. Alberta, not before time expires. McGeechee doesn't get it off. And after 10 minutes of play in the 17U bronze medal game, Alberta lead by 2, 19-17. The leading scorer for Alberta, TJ Wall. We'll take a quick break and bring you second quarter action following this.
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Welcome back inside the Tate McKenzie Athletic Center. Again, J.J. Evason alongside Haley Hopkinson. Alberta lead Quebec 19-17 after 10 minutes of play in the 17U bronze medal match. And so far, the box score looking pretty even, as you could tell by the score. 8 points in the paint for Quebec. They're starting to play big down low. Meanwhile, Alberta, 40% from the paint, 3 of 9 from 3, getting more shots up than Quebec.
TJ Wall is definitely looking like a massive standout for that Alberta team, hitting a bunch of threes but having the same impact on the defensive side of the court. Just looking at the Alberta team, they have such a deep roster that it makes sense for every game somebody new is stepping up. But TJ Wall and Patrick Anamali, they've been teammates. They work very well together, so having the both of them on that court is definitely going to give them their best chance to run up this score. And as for Quebec, Promise Inlandu is doing a good job, but I think that Alberta has definitely done their homework on this team and knows that they really do have to lock him down. So we're looking for somebody new to really step up to be another threat that Alberta has to think about, opening up an opportunity for them and for Promise Inlandu.
And Amale might not lead in the scoring category, but he does have the most rebounds in this game, 6 so far. Alberta kicking it out. Inside now. McGeechee gets the floater, score the hoop, and the harm. McGeechee to the free throw line for 1.
What I love about this Alberta team, and you see it a lot with other teams too, but just when they're dishing out those passes or giving that extra pass, sometimes they follow it as well, which is just leading more defenders to the target you've just passed to. But with this Alberta team, a lot of the no-look passes, they've definitely perfected that. And just kind of throwing off the course of the game and doing the unexpected, which leaves a lot of open looks for a lot of guys.
The lead up to 5 for Alberta early in the second quarter. Corner 3 off the mark. McGeechee with the rebound. It's McGeechee now in the front court, the handoff. And at the top of the key, Kilpatrick telling his men where he wants them to go. Chijoke sets the screen. Kilpatrick out. McGeechee, feet set, 3 in and out. Rebounded, Julius Ferguson. Boulanger down the right side. Cross-court pass to another cross-court pass. Ferguson has it.
And that's exactly what we're looking for here. Ferguson could be the one to kind of draw the attention from the Alberta defenseman.
Sam Richardson dances with it in front of his bench. Two Alberta players on the near side, Cade McGeechee and Daniel Chijoke, neither ready to accept that pass. And it's a 4-player swap for Alberta. Coming back in, Dangan Gore, Patrick Anamali, Riak Chol, and TJ Wall. Here's Nlandu. On the near side, and Nlandu working on Wall behind the back, stepping in. Nice footwork. Grandin off the front of the iron, tapped away. A third chance opportunity for Quebec. It's Leaf with 7 on the shot clock, steps into a deep 3, bottom. Galen Jameer Leaf.
And we know he can have a big performance just as well.
Birch Bacher dancing at the logo. Pass gets down to Patrick Anamale, and a little overzealous there was Victor Joseph Boulanger, who takes the foul.
Bringing Quebec's team fouls to 2. Alberta will inbound with 14 on the clock.
Anamale accepts the pass, uses the backboard. Alberta back ahead. And how about the second quarter? Lead change after lead change after lead change.
Right, but that's exactly what we want to see in a bronze medal game, so I am very happy.
Leaf on the near side, bottom. Again, give the assist to Promise and Nlandu. Now facing up TJ Wall. And Gore to the free throw line, kicks it out. Wall about 3 feet back of the three-point line. That one off the rim, rebounded by Grandin. And Leith will bring it over the timeline uncontested. And Nlandu uses the screen from Grandin. Grandin down low, has the mismatch, tries to kick it to the corner, but just loses it out of bounds. Leith playing up on Pacher. TJ Wall tries to spin into the paint. Ferguson hands it off to Nlandu. 7 seconds on the shot clock, moving downhill. Waiting, kicking it back out, feet set, threes up, threes good, Benjamin Bravo. That's a 5-point lead for Quebec here, 6:14 left to play in the opening half. 17U bronze medal game at the Canadian National Basketball Championships here at York University. The pass, a little too hot to handle for Riak Chol. He drops it out of bounds, and Rajendra Dhaliwal will check back in. TJ Wall heads to the bench. Elijah Thomas also checking back in for Riak Chol.
We'll see how this Alberta squad kind of reacts to all the three-pointers coming from all over this Quebec roster and how they're going to kind of point their attention.
A traveling call on Promise and Nlandu leads to the turnover, and we talked about the need to get away from careless plays like that. Manage
Absolutely.
emotions.
Yep.
You've worked long and hard for this opportunity here on a national stage. And we've heard all the players this week talked about staying locked in. Rajendra Dhaliwal, double dribble. He had the one dribble step to the left, got his defender in the air, took a one dribble step to the right. And in basketball, you can't do that.
Nope. How cool would it be if you could, though?
Well, it wouldn't be basketball. Bravo, far side. Euro stepping into the paint. 3 white jerseys there. Deng and Gore. Extra pass. Misses, and Gore gets the tap in, put back.
He never leaves the play until he either sees the ball be turned over or sees the ball go through that hoop. He never gives up.
Bravo has it on the near wing. Working into the paint, the kick to the corner. Good active hands-on defense. Patrick Anamale knocking it out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. Alberta trail by 3 here in the second quarter of the 17U bronze game. We'll step aside for a quick break. More action on the other side.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat. Carbs to help fuel your working muscles. And fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Welcome back inside the Tate McKenzie Athletic Center's main gymnasium, where the next Canadian basketball stars are showcasing their talents, trying to go for bronze medal here. It's U17 Team Alberta trailing 3 against U17 Team Quebec. Alberta had a chance to book their ticket to the gold medal game, dropped that game to British Columbia, and Quebec started off strong against Ontario in their semifinal match, but ended up losing that game. So coming up after this is the 15U gold medal game, and following that at 6 o'clock, the 17U gold medal game. And to wrap it all up, the closing ceremonies. We'll have some speeches, we'll give out awards, and let everybody know who's on the first and second team All-Stars. The turnover from Quebec. Julius Ferguson stepping out of bounds before collecting the ball, never reestablished himself in bounds.
Just these little things that aren't necessarily all about the shooting or the rebounding are really going to come into play during this game, just because of the talent on both of these teams and the matchup here. It's going to be just a game about who can really turn it over the less.
Dhaliwal pulls it from 3. That one off to the left. Here comes Quebec moving with pace. Beauchamp back to Leith. Leith moving downhill, takes the contact, doesn't get the bucket to go. 2 free throws upcoming for Kaylin Jameer Leith. 9 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists so far in this game for Leith.
Him stepping up really just makes this a little more manageable of a game here, just because it looked like Alberta was really swarming Promise and Landu just while he was kind of getting Quebec off to a good start. And good thing he did that, because now we're seeing so many other guys step up, especially Leith, and he's very good at drawing that contact. He could definitely be an instrumental part of this.
Leith extends Quebec's lead, 31-26 now, 4:20 remaining in the opening half. We hope you're enjoying this broadcast on Canada Basketball's YouTube Live. It's the final day of competition here at York University. The roll no good. Dhaliwal saves it, but right into the hands of a Quebec player, and then Deng and Gore bodies him to the floor. Foul on Ngor, 98 feet away from his own basket. Lots of competition around these parts here in Toronto. The Women's National Bank Open just across the way in Sobeys Stadium. Quarterfinals today, semifinals tomorrow. Finals on Monday, which is a little odd for me.
Yeah, Monday?
It's a holiday Monday? No, the holiday was last week.
Yeah.
Near side 3, Julius Ferguson's off the mark. Ball careens out to another Quebec player. Ferguson touches it last, Alberta ball. Daniel Chijoke, TJ Wall check back in. Elijah Thomas and Deng and Gore to the bench for Alberta. Dhaliwal with a shifty move. And Landu with the steal. He's got Carr ahead of him. And Landu elevates right there to meet him. At the top was Dolly Wall. Loose ball on the ground. Alberta come away with it. Numbers ahead. TJ Wall, it's a 2-on-1. The alley-oop for Chijoke just a little too high.
That whole sequence right there was very impressive. Dolly Wall getting that block. I just didn't know he could jump that high. That was very impressive right there. And
Yeah.
Quebec doing just such a great job at trapping that ball in the right just past half once they cross. Those forcing of those turnovers, as long as they can execute it on the offensive side, is just going to be instrumental to this game.
Julius Ferguson moves downhill. That shot no good. Wall with the rebound. Picard guarded closely by Leith, using his body to create a little bit of space, trying to find a teammate down low. Ill-advised pass and another turnover for Alberta. Here's Beauchamp. 1-2 stepping in the lane, tries to get a little roll on that off the backboard, but it stops short. 2.5 remaining in the bronze medal game. 17U Team Quebec lead 31-26 over Alberta. Wall to Chijoke. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Chijoke fading away, misses everything.
It's a little bit of a lack of communication coming from Alberta here, and when these guys are having to make the last-minute pass and not aware of where their teammates are, those could really start to add up as turnovers.
Here's Landu on the backside, goes up. There with his feet set to change the shot trajectory was Patrick Anamale. TJ Wall. Out of bounds first before any contact made. TJ Wall with another turnover in the offensive end.
I think Quebec's doing a great job of that, really forcing them. If you're going to go baseline, you're going to go baseline, and usually they're very quick to step out.
Well, great coaches teach their players to use the baseline as a help defender. Quebec has been doing a good job of that early in this bronze medal match. Here's Luqueta. Into the corner. Boulanger. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Grandin elevates from the elbow. That shot off the iron and into the hands of Fisher Kilpatrick. It's McGeechee on the far side. Kilpatrick working on Luqueta. Anamale gets the switch. He wants it. They don't recognize it on the near side. McGeechee 3 rims off. McGeechee gets it right back off the backboard and in. And one opportunity, Cade McGeechee.
Following his own shot, being in the perfect position right there just for a tiny little pass and going up strong. That is so perfect, especially since Quebec is very quick to kind of crowd the paint once a shot is going up, fighting for that rebound.
Cade McGeechee, 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist here now for Alberta. Makes the three-point play. Alberta trail by 2, 1:12 remaining in the opening half. Thanks for tuning in on Canada Basketball's YouTube page. Great Canadian hoopers on display here from all across the country. Right now, it's Julius Ferguson. Handoff. Leith. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Leith. Working downhill into some bodies. Met at the top by TJ Wall, and Anamale has it. He's going to stop up short. Kilpatrick over the timeline. TJ Wall, nobody in front of him. Steps into a 3. That careens high off the rim. Foul called. Patrick Anamale collects the rebound. But Alberta maintained possession. Joseph Boulanger picks up the foul. There's a timeout on the floor. 37.9 remaining in the opening half. We'll step aside for a quick break and bring you the remaining action right on the other side.
Goes right to the bucket.
Oh yeah, you just love watching. I love watching. That's exactly what they want to do, right? That and you shift and your left hands, you finish.
Our lead in tennis, proud parents.
Both teams doing a good job of making in-game adjustments here in this 17U bronze medal match. Quebec ahead narrowly over Alberta. Some good basketball played here in the second quarter, but not also without some costly turnovers.
Definitely. I think this halftime is going to be really crucial for both of these teams. It doesn't seem like there's too much communication on the court. I know there's a lot coming from the coaches, but having a chance to actually talk about what needs to be done, I think is going to benefit both of these teams. Both of them have come out of halftimes before with a new energy, a new pep in their step, getting those shots going, and I'm sure we're going to see the same thing here.
Inbound play, Alberta on the offensive end. What are you expecting with 37.9 left?
I'm expecting a 3 from TJ Wall.
McGeechee has it at the half. Kilpatrick. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Kilpatrick working around a screen. Coughs it up. Quebec out on the run. Luqueta, left-handed finish. Good. Quebec extend their lead. 20 seconds left. Shot clock turned off. Here's TJ Wall. Slowly up the left-hand side. Under 10 seconds remaining. TJ Wall's got to make a move. Does. Into the body, creating space from 15 feet. It's pure. He wanted the foul. No foul given. And at the half, Quebec lead 33-31. The bucket at the end of the quarter by TJ Wall puts him at 11 points in the game on 3 of 10 shooting. And we are at the half, so we will send it to break. Third and fourth quarter action, 17U bronze medal game coming up in 15 minutes time.
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat. Carbs to help fuel your working muscles. And fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
You just love watching. I love it. That's exactly what they want to do, right?
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat. Carbs to help fuel your working muscles. And fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Goes right to the bucket.
Oh yeah, you just love watching. I love it. That's exactly what they want to do, right?
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat. Carbs to help fuel your working muscles. And fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Goes right to the bucket.
Oh yeah, you just love watching. I love it. That's exactly what they want to do, right?
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat. Carbs to help fuel your working muscles. And fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Goes right to the bucket.
Oh yeah, you just love watching. I love it. That's exactly what they want to do, right?
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat. Carbs to help fuel your working muscles. And fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Goes right to the bucket.
Oh yeah, you just love watching. I love it. That's exactly what they want to do, right?
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Goes right to the bucket.
Oh yeah, you just love watching. I love it. That's exactly what they want to do, right? That and he shift in the left hand, you finish.
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Goes right to the bucket.
Oh yeah, you just love watching. I love it. That's exactly what they want to do, right? That and he shift in the left hand, you finish.
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Goes right to the bucket.
Oh yeah, you just love watching. I love it. That's exactly what they want to do, right? That and he shift in the left hand, you finish.
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
watch it. I love it. That's exactly what they want to do, right? That and you shift and your left hand scoop finish.
A minimum of 20 minutes on the clock as we get down to the final stretch of the 17U Canadian National Boys Championship game here from York University's Tate McKenzie Athletics Center. Quebec lead 33-31 over Alberta. TJ Wall for Alberta is the leading scorer with 11. That's matched on the other side by Kalen Jameer Leith. Patrick Anamale, who we talked about off the top, has 6 rebounds and 1 assist. Haley, keys to the half for both sides. What do you got?
I think for Quebec, we've seen it a couple times. I don't know if it's a burst of energy or something, but they're pressing so perfectly and really causing Alberta to have a ton of turnovers. I think if they could implement that a little bit more in this second half of the game, they could definitely come away with a win. And as for Alberta, I think it's really taking care of that ball and being mindful on that court. Their shots are falling. They'll fall even more if they can kind of reduce those turnovers because they're just completely putting a halt to their momentum.
Quebec have it to start the half, trying to add to that 2-point lead. Leith on the near side. And the ball's going to swing around the far side. Patrick Anamale guarded well there. Promise Nlandu ends up getting that ball back on the baseline. Anamale knocks it out of bounds on the recovery. 1 second on the shot clock. Catch and shoot. Nlandu fading out of bounds. That one falls short. Anamale the other way. Around Grandin, attacked in the corner, double teamed. Anamale's got to get it to a teammate. Inside, TJ Wall gets the hoop and the horn.
Got double teaming right there from Quebec, although that one wasn't the most successful. That is what they need to be bringing into the second half. This is for a medal here. There's no chance to redo it if you got to put all you've got on the line right now.
Alberta back in front by 1, courtesy of the free throw by TJ Wall. Here's Leith, the leading scorer for Quebec. Working in the middle of the court. Now to the right. Boulanger finds Luqueta in the corner. No, it's Leith with the corner 3. Quebec back in front by 2. TJ Wall fading away on the baseline. The rebound swallowed up by Grandin. Into the hands of the primary ball handler for this Quebec side. Leith hands it off to Nlandu. Nlandu wants some action. He wants Boulanger at the top. Calls his own number. Nlandu bottoms a 3.
I think Alberta needs to recognize there's certain guys you can't just let dribble in front of you for that long. You just got to absolutely attack that ball and them.
Dangan Gore from the logo, moving downhill, gets to the rack, gets the finger roll finish. And Nlandu from the spot he just hit, working on Anamale. Cross-court pass, sails to the left and wide of the intended target, Leith.
Alberta is lucky there because there seemed to be a miscommunication that would have let a wide open 3 happen right in that corner.
Patrick Anamale will head to the bench. Daniel Chijoke in. TJ Wall pulls up. Jimmy's good. TJ Wall keeping Alberta in this game. Leith has it on the near side. There's a screener there. The roll, catch. Grandin gets it back to Leith. 4 on the shot clock. Leith darting through the lane. Reverse layup, no good. Second chance, no good. Board, TJ Wall. Wall catches Quebec's defense lacking. Deng and Gore working around in Landu. And Gore spins around from 8 feet. It's good.
What a shot there. He does such a good job at knowing his whole surroundings by doing those spin moves and things like that, just to know his surroundings before taking that shot.
And Landu now working on Ngor. Ferguson wanted it on the block. Instead it goes to the far side. Now it's in the corner. Grandin for 3. Short rimmed. Ngor with the rebound, pushing the pace. It's a 1-on-2 behind the back. Ngor into the paint. Euro stepping through. Left-handed finish. A thing of beauty.
That was perfect right there. I mean, it is obviously intimidating driving in when that could have potentially been a 4-on-1 right there. Everyone was behind him, but Alberta still does a good job of following him. But, of course, he's finishing at that net.
Alberta now in front by 3. Birch Bakar picks up the foul. First team foul with 6:15 remaining in the third quarter. Again, thank you so much for joining us on Canada Basketball's YouTube live page. JJ Evison alongside Haley Hopkinson here for the 17U bronze medal game. Coming up after this one, the 15U gold medal game. We will step aside for that, give way to Jackson Vidori and Cole Hales. They'll be on the call. Quebec stuck down low, kicking it out into the paint. From the free throw line, it's pure from Callan Jameer Leaf. Wall attacks baseline. Contact on the way up. And TJ Wall heads to the free throw line. Looking to add to his 16 points in the game. The first one rims out. For a while, a little bit of a stiff rim on that side of the gymnasium.
It's something that just needs to kind of pick up before this fourth, you'd think. But there are a ton of other Alberta guys, because even if he's not scoring, he is having a massive impact on this game. But it's definitely something that he's going to want to have set in going into the fourth.
Wall has 16, Deng Gore with 12, and then behind them, Cade McGeechee with 5.
Great use of patience right there. Also could have turned into a foul just with anytime someone's jumping behind your back.
Nice dump pass, but the block at the top, and Gore with the rebound and the putback. Luqueta to Leaf. Leaf ignores the screen, moves downhill in the corner, just inside the three-point line. The shot's up and good. Julius Ferguson. And it feels like both teams are itching to run away with the score, but not doing a great job preventing the other team from coming right back. Turnover on the pass. A lot of contact on the way up. Rajendra Dhaliwal coming back hard to prevent the easy bucket. Valiant's Machu Luqueta to the free throw line.
It seems like with teams like this, who both have such strong shooters on this team, that they are really focused and they think that the key to their game is that offense. But when the other team on the other side has just as good as an offense and has those strong shooters, defense becomes way more important in that situation. And I think Alberta just needs to focus a little bit more on those offensive rebounds. And as for Quebec, they just need to eliminate those second chance opportunities that they're giving Alberta.
Both free throws good from Luqueta. And now the other way, Fisher Kilpatrick trying to get away from the swarming defense of Leaf. There's a push. It's the second on Leaf. And he's staying glued to Kilpatrick's hip. And Landu checks back in. Here's Wall. 10 seconds on the shot clock. McGeechee kicks it back out. Wall at the free throw line. 4 seconds left. Reaching in. Coming away with the steal. Quebec out and on the run. Leith's going to slow it down. Didn't have numbers. Now into the paint. The turnaround. The hesitation. The nice find down low. What a pass. What a finish. Matisse Beauchamp.
That was perfect from Beauchamp because he was ready to put it up. No hesitation from the moment he got that ball.
It's a two-possession game now for Quebec. Under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. TJ Wall guarded nicely by Landu. Good defense, better offense.
Absolutely.
He's such a tough one-on-one matchup, isn't he?
Totally. I mean, when it comes down to it, every one-on-one in this game is going to be difficult, so that team aspect really needs to come into play.
Here's Wall on the run out. Euro stepping in, gets the contact, and one celebrating from the floor. TJ Wall showing up, showing out for Alberta. 19 points with the opportunity to go for 20 with the free throw.
He just plays like a veteran, and that's exactly what he is. And just by plays like that, it creates such momentum for this Alberta team. And it's just figuring out how they can take that energy from that core and turn it into defense right now. Their offense is working so far. It's working just as much as Quebec's is. Whoever's defense steps up here, I think is going to come out with the advantage.
Substitution for Quebec heading to the bench is Leith, giving way to some minutes for Benjamin Bravo. Luqueta brings it to the near side. Bilodeau with the handoff. Back up to the top. Beauchamp into the lane. Don't count the basket, says the official. It's going to be a side out. Contact occurred before the gather. Fans here in attendance getting their money's worth for these bronze medal games.
Absolutely. Just another close one, and I'm sure for the next two games today we can expect the same.
It's been quite the week here at the Canadian 15U and 17U National Championships from York University. A lot of great basketball on display, both individual basketball performances and team performances. Lots of great stories coming out of this tournament. We will get the awards, the All-Stars, towards the end of the evening following the 17U gold medal game. But for now, we keep our attention on the 17U bronze medal game. Quebec with the interception, the near side three off the iron. TJ Wall comes away with the rebound. Alberta have numbers, moving quickly up into the front court. Wall from the free throw line, yes! And TJ Wall is doing it all himself.
He is having such a good game right here. This second half even looking better. So it'll be interesting to see because I think Quebec should really establish one person for him to try to shut down his shooting.
Beauchamp, nice step through, uses the backboard, doesn't go. Rebound, pushed back into the hands of Fisher Kilpatrick, and now TJ Wall has it. Tough assignment for Luqueta. He just steps into a deep three, and when you're feeling yourself, you can do that. Rebound, Chijoke can't get the second opportunity to go on Amale. TJ Wall. Shot clock violation called on the floor. We're under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter, 52-49. Alberta lead. Gael Bilodeau getting a good high five from his teammates for his minutes there in that third quarter. TJ Wall is going to catch a breather. Sam Richardson checking in for Alberta.
Quebec will inbound. We have a minute 58 on the game clock. That is a 3-point game with Alberta.
I think it's great that both of these coaches seem to give some of those guys that really step up a break nearing the end of the quarter, because sometimes just seeing the game happen as well is going to help you a lot more when you do get back on that court.
And Landu, feet set, shots up, shots good, and then he runs into the Molten sign before getting back on defense.
At least it's not Setterfield today.
That Setterfield sign was getting run over in the days leading up to this championship Saturday. And Landu gets his defender in the air, and Gore swats at it. Foul called, and one opportunity for Promise Landu.
The patience on that play totally helped him drawing that contact there and just getting him a better look at that shot.
26 points in the paint for Alberta to Quebec's 14. So really asserting dominance down low. And Alberta out-rebounding Quebec 34-21. Landu connects on the and one. Alberta now stuck 3. A minute 20 remaining in the third quarter. 17U bronze medal game. Canadian National Basketball Championships from York University. Dolly Wall. Kilpatrick on the far side. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Anamali into the paint. Right-handed scoop score, good. The length, able to get that past the outstretched hands of Grandin. And Landu wants it. Working baseline, step back. Has some time still. Far side. Quebec, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Into the corner. A turnover for Quebec, and Alberta have a little bit of momentum here with under 40 seconds remaining. Kilpatrick accepts the pass from Dhaliwal. Has to get it over the timeline and does. Here's Richardson. That pass for Anamale. Kilpatrick picks up the dribble, is in a little bit of trouble. Gets it to Anamale, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Swarming up top, Quebec. Anamale gets the shot off the right. And shot clock is off, out in transition. Leith gets by some defenders. Nice step through. Look at that. Woo!
4 or 5 Alberta players right there that he just got through.
Dhaliwal throws up the shot off the front of the iron. Foul's going to be called in the shooting motion. Rajendra Dhaliwal to the free throw line for a chance to tie this one up before the start of the fourth quarter.
That would be huge right here, because it feels like when one team is doing good, the other team's bench goes absolutely mute, and that's been flip-flopping back and forth. So coming into this fourth quarter tied would definitely put a little more energy on both of those benches to start it off, because a good start to the fourth could do a lot of damage to the other team right now.
That's a good-looking free throw from Dhaliwal, all net. The second one rattles in and through. 0.6 remains on the game clock in the third quarter. Big deep breath. You can tell the focus has been lasered in on here late. Yeah. That one off the mark, and heading into the fourth quarter, Quebec have the lead. We'll be back with a minimum of 10 more minutes of action in the 17U bronze medal game here from the Tate McKenzie Athletic Center at York University. Stay with us. More on the other side.
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada, because this journey belongs to everyone.
What more could you want from a bronze medal match than a one-point game heading into the fourth quarter? A couple of great performances to highlight here. Alberta's TJ Wall, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. On the other side, Callan Jameer Leith, 18 points to go along with 5 helpers. It's been quite the back and forth game, Haley. It's going to come down to 1 or 2 possessions.
It really will. And in those possessions, this next quarter is about keeping that score tight, but who's the ball going to go to on that last possession? What's going to happen? Kind of figuring that out as they go is something that should definitely be running through their heads, so that when it comes down to it, it's not just, let's just see what happens.
How much rope do each of these players have to gamble on a steal or something like that in order to create some turnovers and push from the defense to the offense?
I think it's about reading the situation. It's happened to a bunch of the Quebec guys recently where they're kind of overcommitting to that steal, and they just end up 5 feet away from the actual court in general, which I think you really have to look at what the situation is. Can you commit to that when you're near the half line? Yes. If it's around the perimeter, are you going to do that and leave them open for that three. That's kind of, you got to see where the other teammates are. Everything is very situational, but at the same time, you got to put everything on the line for this medal right here. So I think it's got to be a good balance of both, but just not making unintelligent plays.
Alberta have it to start the final quarter. Again, a minimum of 10 minutes played here, or left to be played. TJ Wall into contact. 11 seconds played, and Quebec already have their first team foul. That's going to go on Mathis Beauchamp. Wall good on the first. We're knotted at 57. We've seen both of these teams put up some high-scoring games, but both of the bronze medal matches so far a little bit on the lower side of things. I know there's only 40 minutes to play, but
no, definitely, it's because they're so evenly matched here. This is a great game.
Leith on the far side hands it off, and Landu met at the top by Ngor. Beauchamp fakes the pass, gives it back to Nlandu. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Nlandu, step back three from distance, misses it all. Ferguson can't save it. TJ Wall here on the near side, guarded by Beauchamp. Slowing it down, working to the left, fading to the corner. That's off the front of the iron. Dangan Gore gets the rebound while being fouled. Second team foul on Quebec in less than a minute played in the fourth quarter. Alberta ball baseline.
That's going to be really important to play disciplined basketball here, because we saw it in the last game where at about 7 minutes, teams were already in the bonus, and that you just never want a game this competitive, this high level, to come down to free throws.
Anamale saves it from going into the backcourt, hands it off to Dhaliwal. Dhaliwal to his left, gets space on the step back three. That's off the back of the iron, and Gore with the rebound. Can't get the putback. Anamale will grab it and send it back out. Pokar working inside. Dhaliwal wide open. Just missed from there. That one a little short again. And yet another offensive rebound, Dangan Gore. Here's Wall, 9 seconds on the shot clock, working on Beauchamp. Loses his man to the ground. The shot short. Last touched by Alberta. Quebec finally get possession. Stave off 3 great offensive possessions from Alberta.
That is something that is just perfect for Alberta's game, but Quebec really needs to focus in on that, because if it comes down to the last possessions and you are giving them 3 potential chances to get it in, that will just haunt them at the end of it.
Leith to the far side. It's Ferguson working on Dhaliwal. Kicks it out. Wing 3. Grandin off the front of the iron. Rebound falls to the ground. Wall has it. It's a 3-on-2. Pokar, far side. Slowing it down, waiting for some teammates to catch up. It's a 5-out offensive look here for Alberta. Anamale sets the screen, ignored by Pokar. Now, Pokar swallowed up by 2 Quebec jerseys. And it's a turnover, and Landu has it. That thrown off the leg of Patrick Anamale. And Quebec will have it in their defensive end. 21 seconds on the shot clock, so there is a little bit. Oh, they reset it now to 24. Leith kicks it to the corner, and Landu wide open. Lots of time, not going to miss too many times from there. And then celebrating towards the Alberta bench. Guess what? You're going to get teed up for that.
Wow.
That call coming from the crew chief of this officiating crew, Cham Fung Lau.
That was a little bit shocking.
Yeah,
to me.
we saw yesterday a couple of warnings.
Yeah, we saw warnings. We've seen text given out when players dunk and hang on the rim for an excessive amount of time. But that just seemed like skipping to me. But
there was an emphatic vocalization of something towards the bench, and obviously we're not within earshot.
Yeah, very true.
But both he and the head coach of the Quebec team, Daniel Martin, seemed confused by the call. Doesn't matter, we move along as Dhaliwal sunk the free throw.
That's got to be something that's one ear out the other. You don't want to be frustrated by it, and something like that. You don't want that to get to you.
Close to a backcourt violation, but Kilpatrick able to get it over in time, hands it off to Wall. Guarded here by Boulanger. Double teamed, gets it down. Anamale has a lane. Left, right, left, finish.
He had the options, but when you're confident, and he obviously was, because that one drained.
Here's Orlando the other way, double teamed, got to get it out of his hands. Finds Julius Ferguson into the corner. Cross-court pass, Leith keeps, takes, misses everything. Anamale gets the rebound. Alberta over the timeline. They've got a man open on the near side. TJ Wall wants to keep it. Anamale uses the screen from Ngor, then goes back against it. Downhill, right-handed finish, swallowed up at the rim by two Quebec players. Now it's Leith on the run. Leith with a burst of speed, kicks it to the corner. The three's up, the three's good. Promise and Landu here to play in the fourth quarter. And the response from Dangan Gore. And he chirps at the Quebec bench, but nothing there.
That whole sequence back and forth there, I think that's the playing level that needs to happen for the rest of this quarter.
Ferguson wants in on the party, no good, and Gore with the rebound. Kilpatrick. McGeechee for three. Off the iron. Anamale there to save it. TJ Wall tries his hand at a three. That rattles in. Alberta up three. Timeout Quebec. What a bronze medal game we have here. 17U National Championship from York University. We'll take a quick break. More fourth quarter action coming up. Stay with us.
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Basketball fans on notice.
And selected for Team Canada for that U17 FIBA team. No wonder.
It's Boulanger giving it up to Nlandu. Off the near rim, TJ Wall gets another rebound. Looking up court, Anamale accepts the pass. Works into the middle. McGeechee. Ball back on the near wing, TJ Wall. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Still some time to breathe. Wall from distance. That's off the mark. Tapped out by McGeechee. Kilpatrick with the rebound. Cross-court pass finds its way back to Wall. Wall and Anamale playing give and go. Anamale now downhill, turning around. Leith tries to go for the steal. No. Ferguson comes away with the rebound, is fouled. There were three white jerseys swarming that rebound.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, he did the perfect job. He held it close, started twisting around. Could have gone either way. Could have been a jump ball, but he'll get the benefit of that. And looking at that, before that halftime break, Alberta double teaming. I really think that is something that should be coming out more often, not just when kind of you feel that momentum. The double teaming is working because they're doing a great job of getting back into their defensive positions and not kind of leaving anything open. So I think if they're going to risk something in that game, it's risking the double team early on.
Leith showing off some shifty moves, and Landu on the near side into the corner. Boulanger saved over the timeline, and Landu working downhill. Boulanger, feet set, shots up, no good. Rebound. Quebec knocked out of bounds by Alberta. Quebec maintained position and possession. 12 on the shot clock. Boulanger gets it to Leith at the top. Leith with a 3 right from the logo, bottom.
That was very impressive right there. I mean, what a statement to make sure that everybody in this gym knows that, yeah, Alberta might have just hit a couple of threes, but Quebec is very much in this game.
McGeechee takes the pass from Ngor and gives it right back. Ngor working on Ferguson. Ferguson doesn't bite on the fake. Ngor, Kilpatrick, baseline Jimmy's up and good. Alberta up 2, 4:13 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bronze medal on the line. Promise and Landu back up to the top. Ferguson now keeps, hands off, Boulanger. Swarming Alberta defense, they've got length and they're using it right now. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Boulanger guarded well by Dangan Gore. Boulanger throws it up, blocked. Out the other way, Daniel Chijoke moving downhill. Uses the glass, it's good. The lead's up to 4 for Alberta. TJ Wall takes the inbound pass and puts it right back up, leads up to 6. There's a call on the floor. It's a warning on TJ Wall. Six-point Alberta lead, 3:30 left, fourth quarter. Here comes Leith, finds a lane, kicks it to the corner, and Landu up. Gets the bounce, rebound right there by Quebec. And going up for the layup, but blocked at the summit.
And Landu's still doing a great job of being open on that floor, and whoever's guarding him in that case, they're so focused on him and looking at him that sometimes they don't know where that ball is. But in Landu, being ready to shoot so quickly once he receives that pass really helps him be able to stay open.
And what about this lineup for Quebec here? Luqueta, Leith, and Landu, Grandin, and Beauchamp.
I think this is a definitely great rotation for the last final minutes. A lot of these guys can shoot from nearly anywhere on that court. Adding in that height from Grandin, who's also a fantastic shooter as well. They're definitely putting out their strong suit.
Both free throws good from Luqueta. As we approach the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter, TJ Wall dances from right to left. Finds a lane, just too easy.
The double screen didn't even pan out right there. He had 3 guys following him, and he's still able to finish at that rim.
PC need to lock down on defense. Right now it's offense. It's Beauchamp. Up and under, doesn't get the roll. Dangan Gore, quick pass. Chijoke out on the run, not known for his ball handling skills. Gives it up to Kilpatrick. McGeechee elevates, met at the top, and Landu with the rejection. Here's Leith. Far side, Beauchamp. Long rebound collected by Luqueta. Promise Landu wants it in the corner. Promise Landu gets it in the corner. Short rims it, TJ Wall with the rebound.
You have to start to wonder now if that's the most productive spot for Landu. He's been kind of sticking in that corner, hoping for that to fall. Goes a little bit unnoticed sometimes from the Alberta defenders, but I think he needs to get a little bit more proactive in this game here.
Wall rises, misses the Jimmy. Luqueta snags the rebound and gives it to Landu, who's working on Dangan Gore. Alberta with the length and size lineup. And a tough take for Leith. He gets bailed out on the blocking call. Contact in the semicircle. Leith will head to the line with a chance to bring this 6-point game to 4. Daniel Chijoke, 4th foul. He'll sub out.
Having Fisher Kilpatrick and Cade McGeechee running the defense up there, I think they're doing a fantastic job because they just look so in sync with switching or double teaming that there doesn't seem to be much communication, but it just looks like they've been doing this forever, and that's how they practice.
It's a 4-point game now. Alberta lead. Bronze medal on the line. Coughed up. Leith thought about moving downhill, instead pulls it back out. Guarded by Kilpatrick. He's got the step. Leith behind the back. Looking for a cutter. The pass off the mark. Here's Anamale ahead. TJ Wall. McGeechee on the left side. Takes the pass. Elevates. Blocked at the top. But contact on the follow through. Mathis Beauchamp.
What I love about TJ Wall's game is you actually never know what he's going to do. In that situation, I thought there was no way he was going to dish that out. But he does. You just never know. He's definitely hard to guard.
McGeechee adds to the 4-point lead. That's his 6th point in the contest. And it's back up to a 6-point lead. Timeout called. Team Quebec will step aside and bring you the remaining minutes of this 17U bronze medal game following a quick break. Stick with us.
Goes right to the bucket.
Oh yeah, you just love watching. I love that's exactly what they want to do, right? That and the left hands, you finish.
Arlene and Dennis, proud parents.
Fans in attendance today have been treated to 2 great individual performances. This one here coming from TJ Wall, 33 points. Go along with 9 boards to 1 board shy of that double-double. Dangan Gore also 1 rebound shy of the double-double.
Anyone from Ontario that likes Ngore's game, you can actually catch him in the OSBA. He just recently signed to Fort Erie Academy, so he'll be in Ontario. You can go out to all of his games, get some extra support for this guy.
TJ Wall looking to zone in on the day's leading score, which is 35 points from Mitakaro, Alberta's 15U star. A minute 30 left. Quebec down 6. And Landu into the corner. Grandin to the paint. Pass out. Charging foul. Standing his ground in the defensive end. Sam Richardson. That could be one of the biggest plays here in the 4th quarter.
Absolutely, and putting your body on the line for a game like that, that's what it's all about here. That's what championship basketball is about.
And just like that, Richardson heads to the bench. TJ Wall back in. Richardson not going too far down the bench, sitting right by the coach in case they need him again for a defensive possession. But Cade McGeechee comes in for the offense, sending Daniel Chijoke to the bench. And he gets a pair of high fives. He's going to stay near the check-in area as well. Here's Wall. Back to Ngor. 5 seconds to get it over. Ngor moving quickly. Met at the timeline. Leith, Luqueta. 1-2 step blocked at the top. Patrick Anamale.
To me, for Alberta, those 5 right there seem like the best foot to put out on this court. Again, I love that combination of Fisher Kilpatrick and Cade McGeechee. They do so well at the top. And then obviously the other guys so dominant everywhere you put them on this court.
And Landu with a sliver of space, but getting back in time. Another block. Anamali. TJ Wall traipsing down the right-hand side. Alberta feel the bronze medal in their hands. An over and back violation. One little slip up by TJ Wall. Could that prove to be one of the biggest errors of this game?
I would say so. I mean, it looked very close there, but he hardly had his feet off the ground before catching that ball. I mean, just a minute or 55 seconds, whatever, it's still a lot of time. That's still multiple possessions here.
Leith hands it off. Luqueta on the far side. Bounce pass into Beauchamp. Quick turn to the basket. Gets the foul. He'll head to the free throw line for two, looking for the and one opportunity. Ball doesn't fall.
And I would call these the most important free throws of this game.
The first one off the mark.
It's definitely intimidating when U15 Alberta players are right in the eyesight for him.
The second is good. It's a 5-point game. Substitution. We see Birch Picard coming back in for Cade McGeechee. So the primary ball handler looking to take care of the ball here on the offensive side. Definitely a good decision by head coach Matthew Daly. Turned over on the inbound pass, fighting for it. Last touch by Quebec. Alberta have another chance to get out of their end zone, but they have 5 seconds on the shot clock before an 8-second backcourt violation.
Let's get it into Birch Picard's hands immediately.
Anamale accepts the pass, moves forward, downhill. Anamale Euro stepping in, uses the rim and the backboard. 78-71, 36.1 remains.
A tech.
Dengen Gore gets the tech, shooting one. Kalen Jameer Leith.
And Amali just plays with such ease, it looks like. The way he's able to just pass through all those defenders and not look to even struggle when hitting that rim, it's very amazing to watch.
Jameer Leith alone in the painted area. Bottoms the free throw now, 78-72. 6 points, 36.1 left. Could take a miracle. Head coach for Team Quebec, Daniel Martin, wants to talk it over. We'll step aside for a quick break. The final seconds of the U17 bronze medal game coming up after this.
Toyota's electrified vehicles are for everyone. Every chauffeur, snack connoisseur, every scenery soaker, practical joker, every road tripper, toe dipper, every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Team Quebec stuck 6 at the 17U bronze medal game here at the 15U 17U Canadian National Basketball Championships from York University's Tate McKenzie Athletic Center. JJ Evison, Haley Hopkinson on this call. We'll step aside for the 15U gold medal game. Tip-off set for 3:30 there. Jackson Bedori and Cole Hales have the call for you. We'll be back for the 6 o'clock tip-off. The 17U gold medal game featuring Team Ontario and Team British Columbia.
Guaranteed to be a good game. I cannot wait.
If it's anything like these first two bronze medal games,
Yeah.
there's no better way to spend a Saturday. I know it's a beautiful day out. I know there's some great tennis happening
Who
across the way.
cares? Turn on the TV.
All right. And Landu dancing, guarded by Anamale, gets downhill, hesitates, elevates, gets the bucket. And now Alberta want a timeout, so with your stuck 4 here, Alberta, you want to use the entirety of the shot clock. What play are you drawing up here, Haley, if you're Alberta?
I think it's all about the ball movement and driving in and kicking it out. As long as they're very confident with those passes, they should be good, especially just having Birch Picard in there. A fantastic ball handler. He's proved that throughout all of nationals, especially in this game. So I'm going to let him do the most he can with it, and then I'm going to start the ball movement, and then hopefully, I mean, it would be nice to hit a 3, but I would take the safer route and just try to lay it in because you would just really hate for that 3 not to go in. And then worst case for Alberta is Quebec hits that 3 and they get fouled on it. It's happened before. That's probably where my head would be at if I'm Alberta. And as for Quebec, I think it's you got to do the most. If it comes to that, it comes to that. But I'm sure a lot of coaches that we've been able to talk to just talk about how they do mimic situations like this during practice, saying, okay, put up 3 minutes on the board, you're down 11, go. That's something that is very popular, especially at this stage, just preparing them for these moments. So I think it's going to be very exciting no matter what happens.
You mentioned fouling the three-point shot. I was watching the CEBL semifinals last night, and the Niagara River Lions escaped with a narrow victory over Montreal, the host city, and in that game, a minimum of 7 fouls on three-point attempts.
Wow.
Khalil Ahmad for Niagara sunk 3 of them, so had some 4-point play opportunities.
Wow.
That's just a crazy stat that came to my mind when you mentioned that.
But yeah, here, if Alberta can get a 2, they do not need to be anywhere near that.
Kilpatrick gives it up, and Landu stepping through. Foul on Landu. Kilpatrick keeps his feet set, and then Landu has no clue why that call was made. He thought Kilpatrick was still on the move.
Well, that did a great job of just shaving time off of that. We don't even have a clock anymore.
Anamale gets fouled by Luqueta. So playing the foul game here is Quebec down the stretch. 18.8, and if you're going to play the foul game, you got to get a shot up quick. It's a need 3 situation for Quebec.
And that's why talking about the disciplined defense and those fouls is so important in that fourth quarter, because had they held back a little bit on some of those, they could have had a couple to give here.
More length and size on the court for Alberta. Daniel Chijoke comes back in alongside Sam Richardson, who had some great defensive stops midway through that fourth quarter to help his Alberta team get ahead. Anamale uses the backboard on that one. It's a 6-point game. Leith here on the near side. It's a need 3 situation. Leith moving downhill, kicks it low, dribbled, out of bounds. Alberta ball, 9.4, up 6. And the offensive substitutions come back in. And you get the sense that Alberta's ready to celebrate the 15U boys on the baseline there with the flag, ready to storm the court should Alberta hold on in this 17U bronze medal game.
That would be so exciting for just Alberta as a whole to have both of their teams head out to nationals in Ontario, both come home with medals. It'd be so special for them.
Wall to Dangangor, but the whistle is blown. Officials are going to come together, make sure that they both saw the right play. And they call a foul on Julius Ferguson for the grab. Dangangor heads to the free throw line with a chance to ice the game. It's a 6-point lead under 9 seconds remaining. Alberta. The first is all nylon, barely making a sound as it drops through the hoop. The second good as well. Leith, 5 seconds left to play, dribbles it, loses it. Time will expire, but not before the shot's off by Mathis Beauchamp, so count the bucket. But in the end, Alberta hold on, and like their 15U counterparts, win bronze at the 2024 15U, 17U Canadian National Basketball Championships. Haley, just walk me through what you saw from Alberta today and how they were able to get both bronze medals.
I think today both teams got out to a fantastic start. I mean, both of these teams, you can see they expected to be in that gold medal game, and when that didn't happen during the semis final, this felt like their vengeance at nationals. They needed this win, they wanted it, both teams wanted it so bad. We obviously had 2 standout performances from each team, but the team effort, the team chemistry, the team communication, and the team energy, it really just all came together for both of these teams. They deserve it, and credit to their opponents because they've all fought really hard till the end.
A pair of double-doubles for Alberta's 17U men's team. Dangangor, 18 points on 8 of 9 shooting to go with 10 rebounds. Patrick Anamale, 12 points, 11 boards, 3 blocks. We're going to turn things aside now. The 15U gold medal game coming up in about a half an hour's time. Again, Jackson Vidori and Cole Hayes on the call. We'll be back at 6 o'clock for the 17U gold medal games. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to stream all the action live on Canada Basketball's YouTube page. Thanks for watching.
Every 9-to-5er, every long driver. Starting over 20 years ago with the Prius, we now have the largest lineup of electrified vehicles in Canada because this journey belongs to everyone.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat. Carbs to help fuel your working muscles. And fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
Goes right to the bucket.
Oh yeah, you just love watching. I love it. That's exactly what they want to do, right? And